How's it going, everyone? I am Sean Moriarty.
I'm Benjamin Walters. Welcome in to the Two Irish Brothers show. But before we get too far into it, make sure that you smash that like button down below. Hit the subscribe tab if you haven't, what is English? Um, and make sure that you tap that bell icon so you're always notified when we drop either a reel or a video or whatever. So,
And you better do it because I'm about ready to send a lot of you down to the principal's office.
So it's that time again, Sean. It is that time again.
Another rivalry.
The rivalry, if you will, is renewed. The Naval Academy comes to town.
And let's not, people are going to say you guys are giving Navy too much credit, or at least just individually towards me. But this rivalry against Navy has really started to mean something again in recent history, because they were starting to get better before they joined the American, but ever since they've joined the American Athletic Conference, they've gotten just a tad bit better. Well, not a tad bit. They've gotten a lot.
They've gotten better.
They've gotten a lot better since they've joined that conference. And right now, even though
they plunged for a minute, like before the conference, and it wasn't looking good for Navy. And then I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. The Hawaiian.
Oh, Ken Niamontalolo.
When he left, they were definitely down. And now they've come back up, and them and the Army both have looked pretty darn good for service academies. Pretty darn good. So,
yeah, they picked it up. Now Army, I would say right now, is the little brother of the two.
Yeah.
Because Navy's been on top as far as the conference goes since they both.
And Army's always been, for the most part, little brother to Navy.
Yes.
So, I mean, Navy had like a 10-game winning streak in that Commander-in-Chief Trophy rivalry for a while. I mean, it was nuts. So, I mean, they were good games. They were close games, but Navy just still always found a way to win it. So, anyway, back to Notre Dame.
Well, this game is very significant for us because not only has Navy gotten better to the point where, the game itself, and the game itself means something, but when I say it means something, I'm talking in terms of rankings, quality opponents, and help in the CFP for both teams, actually. Because right now, Navy is 7-1, and they actually, conference record-wise, they are on top of the American, but they've still got to play Memphis yet, and it's not over yet, of course.
No.
But all I know is Navy is they're helping and contributing to our schedule and making it look better.
Yeah. And Navy has a gauntlet down the rest of the stretch for them. They have us, then South Florida, then Memphis, and then they finish their season obviously against Army. So that's pretty tough. That's a tough rest of the schedule.
And they're competing for that group of 5 spot in the CFP.
Yeah. And how cool would it be to see a service academy in the playoffs? Like, that'd be pretty awesome. I mean, we see it in basketball from time to time, but football, that's a different story. So
that hasn't really happened in decades.
But yeah, so the midshipmen come to South Bend.
And as I say every year, Ben, this is probably the one preview that we could just do for a minute and then shut it off. Just
know what you're getting with Navy. It's triple option attack. They have perfected it at the Naval Academy. And the big thing is injuries. Like that's the biggest thing. The chop blocks, them eating the clock and stuff, like just typical triple option mechanics.
Yes, and their quarterback, Blake Horvath, he has been a star. I mean, he has really, really shined. Of course, I could go over the stats all day, but leads all rushers, 926 yards, unless, he very well could eclipse the 1,000-yard mark in this game. His yards are going to happen, but 13 touchdowns. Yep. The next closest one to him is Alex Texa with 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But it's not surprising when you look at the rushers and you see the yards of 926, 523, 360, 342, 210. That is a running attack.
Right.
But with
and it's easy to do in the triple option because all you do is run.
Yes. But even
Which,
in the
I mean, that's not a slight. That's just a fact.
You're a primary run first team.
Right.
That's all there is to it. But
run first, pass, maybe third.
I don't know about that because Horvath, he's thrown for over 1,100 yards, but only 7 touchdowns. But all I'm saying is we've seen this a lot with Navy. You know, you expect the run, but then all of a sudden, one play they'll drop back and pass and catch you when you're off guard.
Yeah, our defense has to be on it in this game. Like, I mean, that's saying something, but they have to because, like you said, there's a lot of trickery with the Naval Academy these days and that triple option. Like you said, you think that you're getting one thing, and then they turn around and throw one over the top, and there's no one anywhere near the wide receiver, and now he's going for 60 yards, and it's deuces. So, yeah, this Naval Academy is no slouch. This is not, so we got to play them tough, and I said the same thing with BC, and I said it, I said it in the preview. You can't take BC lightly, and BC played Notre Dame close. So, we mean it when we say these things. We're not trying to give credit, and we're not trying to, hype up the opponent. Football is a game where anybody can win on any given Saturday or Sunday. So,
and with all the stuff,
or Monday or Thursday or Friday.
Well, and with the recent CFP rankings, the first one's coming out. We are in at number 10. Yep. Don't think that Navy's not looking to play spoiler here.
Right.
And it's not just Navy, and I'm not trying to look past them tomorrow night, but these next 2 games are a little double dip, if you will, because we have 2 teams that are playing very well. Navy tomorrow night, and then Pittsburgh the next.
Yep.
So, I mean,
yep. Yeah.
And one of those, and that next opponent, Pitt, they're also now ranked in the CFP top 25 because they pulled off a little string of wins. So, never take your opponent lightly, and especially when they're both rivalries. That's why I bring up both these teams.
Yep.
But something else to keep in mind too, and I used to say this in years past of my time here on YouTube. Now, I don't know if this has always been the case when we play Navy or this was just under the Niumatalolo regime. But I've said before that when Ricky Dobbs was Navy's quarterback, Niumatalolo in his tenure had always had a special package set aside just for Notre Dame that they don't use against anybody. Now, maybe that was just him. I don't know if Navy's current head coach does the same thing and has a special package for us, whether it be a blocking scheme, special plays. I don't know. I really don't know. But you always have to come into this game expecting the unexpected. Yep. Look, that's where watching film comes into play. And I think Marcus Freeman, he's been here long enough to realize he knows what to look for. But still, focus on that film and think anyway, what is Navy going to do to you that they don't do to any other opponents?
Right.
Because that always remains a possibility, even after Niumatalolo's been gone for a few years.
Yeah. And I think Notre Dame's not the only one that gets a special package. I mean, that there are certain big name teams across the board or certain rivalries, whatever, what have you, that there are certain packages, there are certain schemes, yada, 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 that teams work on all year for the one game, So, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Navy, but, so you got to be prepared for that. And, I feel like this is a stepping stone game. This is get back on track, because we won last week, but, we dipped a little bit and, get back on track. Would I love to see a blowout? Heck yeah. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. So time will tell because it's Navy and you just don't know with how much they eat that clock. If our offense struggles a little bit, and then Navy runs the clock, it's going to be an interesting game. So,
that's where it all starts here. This one starts in the trenches.
Yep.
The key thing here is not only stopping Blake Horvath, who can make you pay just like that. I mean, I saw the ending of the Temple game. I saw against I don't. No, actually, it was a good. I'm thinking of the same game. It was a good chunk of the Temple game where they really had things in control against the Owls.
Yep.
And so, I forget. Or no, am I thinking of somebody else? All I know is Navy won. I'm pretty sure it was Temple where they did just a quick quarterback draw up the middle. Horvath ran it. I don't know how many yards for the winning touchdown. That was Temple, but it was who they played last week, I believe.
Yeah.
Or the week before. But they just got in control and they never looked back. So that in this game, you have to win not only the scrimmage battle and stop Horvath, but you got to get off the field on defense.
Yep.
Because it's like you said, and we all know this, they will eat that clock. They will, because that's the thing with Navy throughout the decades. They, at least in the playoff or in the play clock era, they wait till the very last second to snap the ball, and the time just tick, 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 ticks away. Just and before you know it, you're through a half.
Yep, I agree. 100% agree.
And not only that, but we've got to get this kicking game in order.
Yeah.
Now, last week against Boston College, despite how sloppy it was, the kicking game is what stood out the most. I mean, I think in total we left like 6 or 7 points on the board that could have came back to bit us in the ass. Every point, and not just this game, but every game going forward, every single point matters.
Yep, I agree. And now it's starting to become style points. You know, there are a lot of people that are like, Notre Dame shouldn't be there. Notre Dame, doesn't deserve this spot. And, these voters, unfortunately, or some of the other people thinking the exact same thing. So you got to give them reason to believe, and you can't struggle against a Boston College, against the Navy, against a Pitt. You got to look like a juggernaut in these games. So,
but as
put in some work.
But as it stands right now,
right,
being there at number 10, we do control our own destiny.
At the moment, yes.
At this moment.
So we'll see. Score prediction, though.
All right, it's your go this week.
I say Notre Dame 45, Navy 14.
I like that. I like it. I was going to say the same amount for Navy. Navy 14 points. My only concern is I want to see us rebound after Boston College, but the kicking game, until I see different, I'm going to go a little bit lower here. I'm going to say Notre Dame 38, Navy 14.
Okay.
So, but it just depends on the kicking game, and it depends if we can how well we can rebound from that subpar performance against Boston College. And the funny thing is about that game last week, it overall wasn't a bad performance. Yep. CJ Carr still threw for almost 300 yards. J Love, he ran for like 130 yards and a couple touchdowns. But then you have Jadarian Price who took a little step back. But the bottom line is that's behind us. Let's rebound.
Yep, I agree.
So I'm just going to play it safe. I don't want to cross the 40 threshold just yet. I got to see how we rebound.
I dig it.
So yeah, there's only so much you can say about Navy, and I think we covered it.
Yep, I think we did.
I think we actually went overtime.
Probably. Just a slight bit, just a little bit.
But they have gotten better. That is a team that has gotten better. Mm-hmm. They found ways.
And they get props because it's hard to do with the academies. It is because of how selective they are. I mean, you think we're selective.
Yeah.
So
the most important thing is we got to come out of this game healthy too.
Yeah. Well, that's my bigger concern. I think we're going to win the game, but dude, can we just not lose some dudes to injury? Like that's the bigger problem. So,
but here's the main point though. Here's the main thing right here.
To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game.
Who was that? I don't even know who that is.
Pauly Shore. Yeah. It was Pauly Shore. Oh, because I'm the Weethel. All right. So with that said, everyone, I'm Sean Moriarty.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
And as we always say every video, good night, God bless, and go Irish.
Go Irish. Beat Navy.